Yo, this is 13 with Superior Mobile ByThirteen, and this is Jesse's 88 TransAm GTA, which is an absolutely beautiful, immaculate condition, and I love the black and gold theme going on this thing. I'm gonna have to make 2 videos of all the things that I did on this vehicle. I've had it for about 7 weeks now, so this video is gonna be all of the lighting modifications, and boy, are there a lot, so let's go over them. On the front end, first of all, these fog lights were absolutely atrocious, and they were not worth salvaging or trying to modify. So as you can see down here, I've got the Diode Dynamics SSC2s. They are the Pro in the SAE fog light beam pattern. So they're gonna be gobs of light. I had to build 1/2-inch thick acrylic brackets in order to hold those things on there nice and stable. So they're using factory bolt locations. Moving on up, another source of big pride here are these guys right here, the marker lights. As you can see, they are completely blacked out. They look like they are just simply gloss black, but that is a paint job. Inside of those housings is 3 profile pivot strips utilized in the amber only configuration. The middle strip is the parking light, and the upper and lower strips are the turn signal. And that is completely behind a smoked painted finish. Also smoked is this side marker right here, so it looks completely gloss black, but there is an LED bulb behind that. With the parking lights on, you can see how the light shines through it. And then coming over here, that is the single strip that I was talking about that is in the middle, shining through on those marker lights right there. When I turn on the turn signal, we've got the blinking going on right there. There's a blinking underneath the headlight, which is actually the headlight, but I'll show that to you in a minute. You can see there is an upper and a lower strip that is blinking along with those parking lights. And then also down low, we've got the switchback turn signal functionality of the SSC2. So this is what it looks like on that side as compared to that side. So I love the turn signals on this thing. Pop-up headlights, boom! Okay, we love pop-up headlights. These are the Sealed5s from Morimoto, so they are 5x7-inch sealed units. They give you great LED performance for low beams and high beams, and also as an added bonus, it has an integrated turn signal. Again, with the turn signals, we've got turn signals on the side, in the headlight, in the marker location, and in the fog light location down there, although it gets really blurred out by that headlight. And now I have turned on the SSC2s, so we've got fog lights on and low beams on. It's a really mean looking front end for the lighting, and I really am quite pleased with all of that performance. This vehicle does have the ability to drive around with the fog lights on without the headlights on, which I think is kind of fun. Working our way around to the rear of the vehicle, on the rear reflectors, he wanted them completely blacked out, so no light can come through those anymore, so that's what happened. On the rears, we have a full LED bulb conversion, so we've got LED bulbs in all of the parking lights, all of the brake lights, the turn signals, and the reverse lights, also as well as the license plate light. The third brake light has 2 festoon LED bulbs inside of there, and that interior piece is smoked out, and the exterior ring is painted gloss black, so it looks very uniform. In fact, I don't even think it looks like a light, but I assure you it does actually light up with the brake. Finally, on the rear brake light assembly, this lower strip right along there was covered with black vinyl, which used to be just a red reflector. Moving on into the vehicle, we have full interior LED conversion, so under there, under the footwells on both sides, the dome light itself is an LED conversion, but the big important thing is all of the gauges have now been bulb swapped behind the scenes with new LED bulbs, which made everything extremely bright and visible and readable, so that is wonderful. And that was the customer's primary request, as he said, I want to be able to see all of this lighting because these old incandescent bulbs in this car were absolutely atrocious, and you could barely read the fuel gauge, for example. And now, as you can see, it's extremely well lit, so all is well in the hood. Last but not least, we've got one little minor modification that is in the crack of the hood and the front bumper. As you can see, the lights are shining through right there. I've got 2 RGBW rigid LED strips from Next Level Neo that are mounted underneath the hood. They come on with the ignition circuit. Right now you can see we've got parking lights on, so all of those are on, forming a nice amber line. When I turn off the ignition, it completely disappears. You cannot see it, which is definitely the intention. This was initially designed, of course, to do the infamous Nightrider effect. Hooray! But because it is Blue Ghost controlled, we can do a whole lot of other things with it as well. So it doesn't have to be restricted to just a chase pattern back and forth. We can do all of the typical things that you can do with Blue Ghost, and you can program the features. It does integration with the startup and shutdown, so we get some cool animations to go along with that, as well as integration information with the turn signals. And ultimately, look at that. It just disappears. Now here we are under the hood, and you can see the LED strips that are mounted to some beautiful acrylic pieces that are laser cut, and they are held in by magnets, so they pop out real easily like so. You can see the magnets that are embedded into the back. It is 2 pieces of acrylic that are machined together, and the strips are bonded to that like a little shelf. Got these little slotted holes right there in order to clear the screws, and so it clicks right into the channel. And the idea of them being slotted was so that it could move in and out, and I could close this gap right in the middle as tightly as possible. So the final result here is that all of the wiring goes down the middle and is hidden and completely disappears away. So this looks very seamless and integrated with the vehicle, even when the hood is up and everything is fully exposed. So I'm extremely pleased with the way that that setup came out. You've already seen it with the hood closed, but this is what it looks like with the hood open. So it's obviously just extremely bright when it's not being filtered through a tiny little crack in between the hood and the bumper. Could not be more happy with the way that that came out. Okay, that concludes this video for all of the lighting modifications that I did to this vehicle. That was definitely my favorite phase. I particularly enjoyed the fog light installation because of its challenge designing and building those brackets, and of course the Nightrider application with those laser cut acrylics was so much fun, but doing a full LED conversion and bringing this vehicle up to modern day lighting standards always feels really, really good. Pricing and product information for this particular build will be in the video description, so if you have any questions about that, please check that out. All builds are custom made to order, so of course pricing will vary depending on what you're interested in, but if you are interested in a build for yourself, by all means reach out to me via the form on my website. The link to that will be in the video description as well. All build inquiries must be submitted via the form on the website. As for now, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. This is 13 with Superior Mobile by 13. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later. All right, brother? See ya!